Hello there, and welcome to my instruments guide for Dwarf Fortress. This video will guide you through the process of making these instruments, understanding how they work and what they are good for. So first, let's talk about a few general things about instruments. Every time you start up a new game and start up a new civilization in a new world, you will have a new set of instruments. So it is no good to memorize them. They are always something different. They always come in different names, and therefore it's all quite complicated. They are used in taverns and temples as ways and means to do performances. They need to be stored in chests that have to be in there, and then people can pick them up and use them. So far, so good. They also come in two flavors. They are handheld instruments and they are furniture instruments that can be placed down like this. And beyond that, well, everything is different each time. So let's talk about where to find your instruments. So most instruments are located always at the craftsdwarf's workshop. That's basically where like most of the instruments that are generated in your world are going to be assembled at. So you will find here the Make Instrument tab, and this is a overview about what instruments can be produced here. So the parts for these instruments are made at 6 different workstations. Yeah, I'm not over exaggerating here, it's really 6 of them. So it's either the carpenter, the glass furnace, the kiln, the leatherworks, the stoneworker, or the forge. Because these materials used for each instrument are also randomly determined every game. It's fun, isn't it? But there are a couple of tricks to get yourself comfortable around that. So first of all, you should note that not all instruments are here. You should go over all the 6 workshops that I just named. For example, here at my metalsmith's forge, I have instruments that I can forge here directly. Also, some instruments come as one piece, as these here. They don't require any assembly parts. I can just forge them directly as one piece, and most of them, or some of them, they do require a various amount of parts. So to get that done and to find what you need where and what, there's a nice little trick here. Here's the work orders menu, and first we check out the name of the instrument. So for example here the Akmesh, and then we go into the work orders, and then we type in the name of the instrument, and then you already see that there are 3 different parts involved. So the Akmesh case, the keyboard, and the strings. The forging process already gives us away that we're going to need the metalsmith. But if you don't know what kind of workshop you need, you just get in that material there, and then check out the magnifying glass. And here we see it's made out of wood. So it's either the carpenter's workshop where we can make those keyboards, or the crafts dwarf. And let's check it out. So we can type in Akmesh here. So no, nothing there. No instrument, no. So we check out the crafts dwarf and instrument piece. Here's the Akmesh pieces. And this is the same procedure for every other instrument. I know it is a tad bit tedious to put it into friendly words, but that's how the instrument system of this game works. That's that. The upside for that, as you see here, there's these pots involved. The positive about that is you always have really different instruments each run. So here you can make the same check up there. And here we see it's made out of stone, so the mist body is most likely to be found at the stoneworker's workshop. Boom, there we go. So this way you can allocate the pieces, and once you have all the pieces together, you can then assemble the instrument at the respective workshop. It is a little bit tedious, and it's worthwhile to check out all the different workshops. So here the kiln is also involved. Instrument pieces, they're scattered all over the place. And it takes a while to get used to that, or the other method you could do, and that's one thing that I wouldn't judge anybody, there is a mod which I linked in the description box below, which simplifies the whole instrument system. You just have to create the world with that one. It replaces the procedural generation system with a consistent one where there's always, I don't know, bagpipes and the like, which makes it all easier. I just wanted to point that out because I personally find the system here very, very complicated. To add some insult to injury, I also want to add in a couple of materials that you possibly will need for your instruments that aren't too obvious. So sometimes you will need silk for some of them. Sometimes you will need shell, bone, clay. Well, okay, it comes with a kiln, and leather. So these are the more exotic ones, and you can only see which one you require when you're starting to craft that. So here at the leather workers stand, we have more instrument pieces, and I would strongly recommend you to check out one thing when you want to know which instruments you need, and that's check out your tavern or what the people are doing, because sometimes they will imitate a instrument when they do something. Sometimes they play an air guitar, so to say. Here they're listening to a story, but the instruments are always associated to certain dances and certain things. And if you get lucky, sometimes you catch the people and notice what instrument they want by checking out at the tavern which kind of dance or song they want to play. That's one thing. Or you just fire away and craft them all and watch out what and check out what will get used. All in all, that's how the instruments work. I want to add in one more thing that's quite useful to note. There is a quality system, but since these items have so many different parts, you might ask yourself, how does the quality work? The quality is not determined by the sum of the parts. The quality is determined by the main part of the instrument. And how to determine the main part, it is like that. There are four flavors of different instruments. Keyboard instruments, they have their main part and it's called body. They are stringed instruments. Their main parts are either named frame or body. Then there's wind instruments. Their main part can be named bag, body, pipes, or horns. And then there's percussion instruments, and they have a body as a main part too. And these main parts always determine the quality of the completed instrument, as far as I know. So I hope you found that helpful, and well, I personally find the instrument system one of the most confusing things that I've encountered in this game, so I hope that sheds some light on this topic for you. Feel free to leave me a comment, feel free to add in anything I might have overlooked there. Leave a thumbs up on that video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily content coming up from my side. So, have a wonderful day, and see you next time.